imanu bi sifatillahi ta'ala, to believe in the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why we need a little bit more explanation of the topic concerned. So, Ilmul Kalam. Which is called Ilmul Aqaid also. And Ilmul Usul. Because fiqh, that is furu', branches, but these are usul. Aqidah is asal and amal is branch. Aqidah is what? That is the root, the asal, and amal is the branch. So that's why ilmul kalam or ilmul aqaid is called the ilmul usul also. Got it? So, briefly, they say that ilmul kalam, first we have to know why it is called ilmul kalam, ilmul aqaid, that's okay. Because it's talking about aqidah. And ilmul usul, that's also okay, because these are the roots. These are what? These are the roots. But why it is called ilmul kalam? So as we know that there is one science which is called ilmul mantiq. Mawli Yusuf? Yes. Mantiq. What form or sigha that is? Go ahead. Nataqa yantiqu nutqan wa mantiqan fahuwa natiqun. Nataqa yantiqu nutqan wa mantiqan. So this is masdar mimi. This is what? Masdar mimi. So in the meaning of nutq, and literal meaning of nutq is speech. So logic is a science. Why it is called mantiq? Speech. Because those who are expert in ilmul mantiq, they are eloquent in speech. They are eloquent in speech. They know how to take a stand and make a plea, and then they know how to argue that. And that's what speech is. Got it? That's what speech is. One mullah from Pakistan, he called me, that Sheikh, what's your advice? I want to write a book on this topic. But some ulama told me that you should ask his advice, that you should or you should not. So he said, look, there are so many books on this topic, innumerable books. If you want to write one, so if you have one of the three things, just start it tomorrow. Yes. Otherwise, don't waste your time, nor the ink, and not the pen and the paper, because that is israf. Yes. That will be waste of your time and energy, number one, and waste of money. And on the other hand, that pen and that ink and paper could be used for some good purpose then. Yes, but you wasted it. So he said, what are the three things? So number one, I said that you mentioned the topic already. So one thing is done. A person has to write if there is a new topic with him. If he has a new topic, so he should write a book. That's number one. Number two, if he does not have a new topic, that's an old topic. That's an old topic. But there must be one of the two things. Either the arguments should be new one. Yes, regarding that topic, what are the dalail and the arguments are? These are New one. Should be new one. Or if the arguments are not the new one, the old arguments, but its narration should be in a different usloob and different way. So if you can do any one of these two, he said that I cannot do. I said, just stop it. Don't do that. Yes, Maulvi Yusuf? Yes. Or what do you think?
Should not do it.
Yeah, okay. So why Ilmul Kalam is called Ilmul Kalam? Because as we mentioned last night, once again we will repeat it, but let me say it. There are a few definitions tonight I will give it to you. But the last night one, that Ilmul Kalam is ilmun. That's a science. The proper wording are like this. يقتدر به الإنسان على نصرة الآراء والأفعال المحدودة التي صرح بها واضع الملة وتزييف كل ما خالفها بالأقاويل. We'll just write it down, then you have to repeat it. You wrote it?
Sure.
وخالفها وكل ما خالفها بالأقاويل. Yes, just read it. You can read it from the board also.
علم يقتدر به الإنسان على نصرة الآراء
على نصرة الآراء. There is no alif lam.
على نصرة الآراء والأفعال المحدودة التي صرح بها واضع الملة وتزييف كل ما خالفها بالأقاويل.
So, علم, that is a science. يقتدر به الإنسان. Someone is getting power with that science. What type of power? على نصرة الآراء, to support the opinions, والأفعال, and the actions, المحدودة, limited, because these آراء are limited, and these actions are limited as well. المحدودة التي, those opinions and actions, صرح بها واضع الملة. واضع الملة means the one who laid down the Sharia, that was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So those opinions and actions, صرح بها واضع الملة, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam expressed it. وتزييف كل ما خالفها. So this تزييف is عطف على نصرته. Yusuf,
yes.
تزييف is عطف on what? On نصرة. على نصرة. So that is a science. It does number one. And number two, وَتَزْيِيفِ كُلِّ مَا خَالَفَ بِالْأَقَاوِيلِ. Look, coin or currency. One is called a sikkatul jariyah. A sikkatul jariyah. So it means the genuine currency. What? Say? The genuine currency. Yes. And a sikkatul zaifa, the fake currency. A sikkatul zaifa? The fake currency. وَتَزْيِيفِ كُلِّ مَا خَالَفَ بِالْأَقَاوِيلِ. And whatever is against these opinions and these actions, whosoever said it. Aqawil is the plural of uqula. Uqula means the fabricated saying. So whosoever said a fabricated saying which is against that, to make it zaif, that this is not genuine, this is fake. Got it? And with proof and dalail, he proves that. With dalail, he proves that. Got it? Maurice, you got it? Yes. And another definition, so then we will go to the detail. This is number one. And number two, ilmun. This is a little bit brief. يقتدر معه على إثبات العقائد الدينية بإيراد الحجج ودفع الشبه. Write it down and repeat it. Say what?
يقتدر معه على إثبات العقائد الدينية
بإيراد الحجج
بإيراد الحجج ودفع الشبهات.
ودفع الشبهات. That is a science with which a person gets the power to prove the dini aqaid. To prove, say, the dini aqaid bi'irad al-hujaj, by bringing forth the dalail. Hujaj is the plural of hujja. Hujja means dalil. Got it? Bi'irad al-hujaj. Wa daf'a al-shubah. And to reject and refuse any objection in this regard. On aqaid, whatever objection is coming, so with dalil he is rejecting that. Got it? So look at me. In ilmul mantiq, in what? They are talking based on dalil. They are talking what? Based on dalil. Got it? For example, they say that human, that's an animal. That's a claim. That's a plea they have taken. That human is what? Say, an animal. But how? So they prove it. Because look, that is a jism and body. Yes. Number two, namin. Their jism and body is growing. Number three, hassasun. It has sense. It has sense. And number four, mutaharrikun bil irada. It moves based on his own intention. So now look, They brought forth dalail in this regard and club it together. So now these four things, wherever that is found, that is called haywan. So they are talking in such a way and proving it. They are talking in such a way and they are proving it. Got it? Or for example, they say, al-alamu hadisun. This word is hadis. It came into existence. Sometime back it was not. It came into existence. Sometime back it was not. Now that's a plea. They have taken it. How can you prove it? So they say, لِأَنَّهُ مُتَغَيِّرٌ. You are not looking at changes there in this world. Every single second, changes are taking place in every single atom. Yes, changes are known there and seen there, observed there. So they say, وَكُلُّ مُتَغَيِّرٍ فَهُوَ حَادِثٌ. Whatsoever is getting changed, so that is ephemeral, not eternal. فَالْعَالَمُ حَادِثٌ. So that's why the world is ephemeral. They say, yes, you are right. They are proving things like that. They are proving things like that. So it means that ilmul mantiq make them eloquent in what they say. Eloquent in what they say. But their subject is not deen or aqidah. Their subject is not deen or aqidah. Their subject is ma'qulat. Whatsoever is the approach of aql. Whatsoever is the approach of aql. So ilmul mantiq and falsafa, they both are talking about that. Got it? But ilmul kalam, the subject is what? Deen and aqidah. But the way they have adopted, that is the same way the logicians and the philosophers, they have adopted. Even though, for example, we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is only one and He is to be worshipped. Yes, why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Huwallahu ahad. Allah is one. And u'budu rabbakum, worship your Lord. So we do it because of that. But someone who does not believe in this book and the word of book or the word of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So now Allah is one and He is to be worshipped. How you will prove it? Yes, your approach regarding that person should be aqli, not naqli. Yes, if you will tell him that because Allah said Allah ahad, He said that is your Allah. I don't believe neither in that Allah nor in His word. Yes, or He said, "U'budu rabbakum, worship your Lord." Got it? So then, in ilmul kalam, they are talking like this because He created the world. How you can say He created? So you should tell me who created that. Yes, so he will say that this is eternal, not being created. This is since ever. So why the changes are taking place therein? Eternal thing does not accept changes. You know what I'm saying? Got it? So now look, this way of evidence or discussion or debate is totally that of the logicians. Yes, but he is using that logic and philosophy for what? For deen. Got it? And as like the logician, they were becoming eloquent because of mantiq and philosophy. So these mutakallimin, they are becoming eloquent because of ilmul kalam. Say that's why ilmul kalam is called ilmul kalam. Kalam also means speech. Mantiq, but they were unable to call their subject to ilmul mantiq as well. Got it? So that's why they named it as ilmul kalam. That is number one. And number two, that ilmul kalam, later on we will talk about, that is coming. That's a very difficult topic. Yes. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a certain attributes, like as-sami', that He is the hearing one. Al-basir, He is the seeing one. So Mu'tazila, they totally deny that. They say that is only to tell us that He has these powers. Otherwise, hearing is not His quality. And seeing is also not His quality. Got it? They say, in His own entity, all these things are. His Zat and entity is doing that. His Zat and entity. So then we say there was no need of separate mentioning then. Why he separately mentioned it? There was no need of that. Got it? That's how Ilmul Kalam is. Yes, and that's why nobody was able to talk to Abu Hanifa in this regard. Yes, Rahmatullahi alayh. Got it? And that's why he is considered the founder of Ilmul Kalam, Imam Abu Hanifa. The founder of Ilmul Kalam. Because before him, who were talking about that? The Mu'tazila. Who? But they were misleading people. When Abu Hanifa came, so he was zipping their mouth. And Imam Abu Yusuf says that that was very difficult for someone, a great scholar of Mu'tazila, to talk to our Shaykh, Rahmatullahi alayh. And he said that Shaykh Rahmatullahi alayh used to give him time. Yeah, just go ahead. Whatever you want, say it. So then he was taking his speech, yes, and he was cutting it off. Got it? But Abu Yusuf Rahmatullahi alayh says that we were looking at the guy who was sitting in front of Abu Hanifa for a debate, that the way he was sweating. The way he was sweating. But on the other hand, we were looking at our Shaykh that he was becoming yellow and pale. He was becoming yellow and pale. So we asked him, Shaykh, that why it happens to you, we feel it. He said, not yellow and pale, I am shivering as well. And what? I am shivering as well. He said that I ask Allah that, oh Allah, help me. If I got defeated, so the haqq is defeated, because they are on the wrong side. Yes, and number two, if he is getting defeated, at least he is a alim in the name of deen. I don't want deen to be humiliated. So I have this double fear. And that's why Abu Yusuf Rahmatullahi alayhi say, very rarely Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi, he has taken any debate to the end. Yes, but when the opponent was feeling that I am totally, I don't have anything to say anymore. Yes, but Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi was not taking it to the end. He said, okay, Shaykh, you know, and alhamdulillah, and we know, just make a dua. Let's go. So we were saying that, Shaykh, so you stopped it right in the middle. He said that he got the message. Yes, and he felt it. And I don't want to put him down because he's also a alim. So I don't want to make deen a fun or a joke or a mockery. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khairi khalqi.